Hey there, it's Lindsay with Silhouette, and today I'm going to show you how to use the stencil vinyl with transfer tape and also how to fabric ink. Okay, so after you import your image, go to the Page Tools window up at the top right. After that, change your height, it's kind of up at the top, middle. Change it to 9 inches so that that's the size of the vinyl that I'm using. And then after you do that, go down to the advanced options. Select under the short edge first, and after you do that, come over to the left and draw a box around your design. So this will help for cutting reasons. And then after you do that, go to the cut style window, and you want to select everything, and then over to the right, hit no cut, and then we're going to zoom in closer, select the objects that you want to be the same color. So I'm going to do green first. So I'm going to select everything and then click on cut edge, and then you're going to have a few that are going to be that you might select wrong, so just select it and hit uncut again like I did right here. And so after you do that, get it all, those are all the ones I want green. So now I'm going to select the box and I'm going to hit cut that as well, and then I'm going to go over to the cut settings, and then I'm going to change my settings to Silhouette vinyl, and then everything should be set and ready to cut for the first round for the green. But before you hit cut, we need to change the position of the roller. So to do that, you need to take the lever, put it down, and then hold onto the bar, twist the roller and so it is unlocked, and slide it over to the very far left notch, and then twist it one more time to lock it into place. And that should be set, and make sure you put the lever back down so it's in place. Before we load the stencil vinyl, we need to make sure that our settings on our Silhouette, we need to change that to load media, so hit down and then line up your vinyl and then hit enter so it will load. So after you've loaded your stencil vinyl, then just hit cut on your computer and it should be cutting out the selections that we told it to. And I'm going to use the green fabric paint to paint with this part of the stencil vinyl. After the Silhouette has cut out the shape, now you want to take the hook and you want to weed out the shapes where you want to paint. So this is what I'm doing here. I'm just peeling the shapes off where I'm going to put the paint. After you have weeded everything out, we're going to use the transfer tape next. The transfer tape comes with your stencil vinyl on the same roll, so that's really pretty nice. So anyways, after you cut out a piece of the transfer tape about the same size as your stencil vinyl, and then we want to adhere it to the top of the stencil vinyl. So I'm just going to pull it so it will go on nicely. Try and make sure that when you're putting it down that not very many bubbles get in at the beginning. It makes it really nice and easier. So after you get all that done, let's see, pull it off, make sure you don't need any of that, so then smooth it out with your hand a little bit. Then I like to take the scrape tool and just rub out all the bubbles. It makes it really nice. So after you do that, you want to peel off the stencil vinyl with the transfer tape. Now I'm going to apply the stencil vinyl to a little tote here, and then just grab your scraper tool again and then rub it so then it's sticking to your tote or whatever you're doing, and so then this will make it so that your paint won't go through and bleed. Then peel off the transfer tape. Then you're going to want to get the sponge and dip it in the fabric ink real nice in there, and then start putting on the ink on lightly at first so it's not too much. After you have let it sit there for a while to dry, you can peel off the stencil vinyl very carefully, and it should look pretty good like this. I went back to my same file and did the same steps with the brown as well in the Silhouette Studio, and then now I'm doing the third round with the turquoise with the peacock and stuff. So I'm just lining it up here again on top of the other ink after it's dried real nice. So I'm just sticking it down here, and then I'm rub it on nice so it'll stick. And then I'm just going to grab my scraper tool to help bring it down again as well. Apply the blue fabric ink and with the sponge again and let it dry. And then you can just peel it off very carefully. You don't want to smudge anything. Oh. Anyways, and then after you pull it off, just make sure that you don't forget to take off any of the other little things, like its wing here. Oh, and then I like to use my hook sometimes, just because they're smaller and I don't want to get ink anywhere. And your project should look something like this when it's done.